Hello there and welcome to Black Jackal Gaming. We're going to take a look at one of the Primaris Dreadnoughts, the Ballistus Dreadnought. This is the anti-tank variant of the Redemptor. Has plenty of high strength AP and damage shots, but the damage is variable, which can cause an issue. It's got a good reroll ability into strong units, and it works well in multiple detachments, so there's a couple there that it really shines in. But it is probably slightly on the pricey side in comparison to some of the other units in the Codex. It's got the standard Redemptor profile at movement 8, toughness 10, 2-up save, 12 wounds, leadership 6 and 4 objective control, which is quite nice. Deadly demise D3, so when it does explode, it does D3 mortal wounds to everything within 6 inches, and it comes in at 140 points. It comes equipped with the Ballistus missile launcher and Ballistus las cannon as standard, and does come with the twin storm bolter as well. So the Ballistus las cannon comes at 48 inches, 2 shots, strength 12, minus 3 AP and D6 plus 1 damage, so quite a good profile there. And then your Ballistus missile comes in 2 variants that you can choose from within game. Frag, which has the blast keyword, so that's plus 1 for every 5 models in the unit, and crack. So the frag option is 48 inches, 2d6 shots, strength 5, 1 damage, there's no AP on that. And the crack is just the 2 shots at strength 10, minus 2 AP, d6 damage. Now all the weapons for the ballistas does come in at ballistic skill 3. Now to finish off, it has the twin storm bolter coming in at rapid fire 2 with the twin link keyword, so it can reroll those failed wound rolls. 24 inches, 2 shots, strength 4, 0 AP and 1 damage. Next up we have melee, which is weapon skill 3. Now it doesn't actually have any close combat weapons, so it does just have its armored feet. This is 5 attacks, strength 7, 0 AP and 1 damage. Finally, we have its ability, which is the Ballistus Strike. So each time this model makes a ranged attack against a unit that is not below half strength, you can reroll the hit roll, which is quite nice. So if you're shooting at anything, say for example another Ballistus Dreadnought, as long as it's not below 6 wounds, you would get the reroll to your hit roll. So even though it does have the option to do a bit of anti-infantry damage, having the frag part of the missile launcher and the twin storm bolter, realistically you're going to be looking to utilize the las cannon as well as the crack missile launcher to try and do that additional damage. When you've got those 4 attacks coming in, strength 10 and strength 12 with the AP and the D6 damage, when you've got that reroll to hit, you're going to have a little bit more consistency than you'd otherwise expect to have. So what buffs and combos can you use the Ballistus Dreadnought with? So straight off the bat you got the Tech Marine, which can give the +1 to the hit roll, and you can be healed as well, keeping you in the battle for longer. You then also have the vehicle keyword of big guns never tire, so you can shoot in and out of combat with that reduction to your ballistic skill. But there's 2 detachments that this guy's going to thrive in the most, and first and foremost it's going to be the Iron Storm Spearhead. This detachment rule has a reroll to a hit, wound or damage roll for each phase. So you're probably going to have that reroll already baked into your hit roll. So to have the option of rerolling a wound or that variable damage is quite nice. You then can give the Tech Marine the Target Augury Web War Gear, which is a 6-inch radius for lethal hits. So if you've got a couple of these guys, that's going to be very nice. There's another piece of war gear called the Machine of War. So if you are within range, the 6-inch order of this, you can advance and fall back and still shoot, which is quite nice. There's a stratagem called Mercy's Weakness. So you get sustained hits 1 and critical hits on a 5+ against vehicles. And since you're actually targeting vehicles, you're going to be getting that quite often if you use this stratagem. That sustained hits and the crits is going to be very nice. The Ancient Fury strat. You do this in your command phase, and until the next command phase you increase the movement, toughness, leadership and objective control by 1, and the melee gets +1 to hit roll. So this isn't as beneficial as it could be for the different Dreadnought variants, because it does get the melee buff, but to have that additional movement, toughness and objective control just allows you to command a little bit more of the tabletop than you otherwise would, and it'd be quite nice just to flip objectives. That 1 additional objective control can always be beneficial. And then the final one being the Anvil Siege Force. If you stand still, you gain that very nice heavy keyword for the +1 to hit. So then with your crack missile and your last cannon, you're going to be hitting on 2s. You're often going to be re-rolling that 1, and that's going to be very nice for your consistency, especially if you've got a Tech Marine next to it anyway. So you can select that +1 to heal on maybe a different type of vehicle, or if there is potential for smoke screen or stratagems such that it's going to lower your ballistic skill, you can push this guy onto his 2+ anyway. And then there's a stratagem to go with it called Battle Drill Recall. This is similar to the other stratagem, Ancient Fury. You get sustained hit 1, and if you remain stationary, which you often will with this guy, especially later in game, then you're going to be critically hitting on a 5+, which is very nice. So this variant of Dreadnought, he's quite nice to take. His price point might be a touch steep. He is only bringing the 4 anti-tank shots, and the Gladiator variant and the Predator Annihilator quite competitive with him as well, being slightly cheaper and slightly more expensive. They've got a little bit more mobility to go with them as well. So there's pros and cons to taking this guy. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any comments, then pop them below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, then please hit the like button, as it greatly helps the channel. Hit the subscribe button to see any future Warhammer content. Take it easy, and see you next time for more grim darkness from the 41st millennium.